I think you should try it. Oh, this is great.
Definitely a cult phenomenon.
You know what I think?
It just hits you in the face.
Well, recording is now in progress.
I realize I like paint.
That was a botch. I'm blending. Hold on.
So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. We're talking about wrestling.
I'm talking to the potatoes.
That's how it's gonna go.
It is fucking recording in progress.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
I just heard something. I don't know if it's true.
What?
But apparently recording is in progress.
No, they are lying to you. They tell you that in about 41 minutes from now. They say you only get that. So, my good sir, one of the topics, how are we starting this? What's going on?
Listen. What do you think this is? We got topics?
What's going on over here? Huh?
Yeah. We're just about topics. I thought we were just going to talk about hats.
Yes, I should wear my hat. I did. What was the last thing? Yeah, so Rampage is 2 hours. I don't know if it's going to be an ongoing thing. I just know that this week is going to be 2 hours.
This should be a good week.
It should be, because Wednesday is. The card looks amazing. I mean, did you see the card? Hold on. This is all over the place, but we don't.
I'm not looking stuff up. Come on now.
I'm going to look at the card. Just talk about anything, and then we can always start.
Rampage. I don't even. What happened on Rampage?
Dude, we fucking hated it. What was that? We didn't know. I didn't know. Maybe we didn't hate it.
Two things that I remember.
It's called Grand Slam, right?
It's called Grand Slam, but Grand Slam is just the Wednesday.
Okay.
The Wednesday Dynamite. Then I think maybe it's Rampage Grand Slam. I don't know. This past Rampage, though, now that I thought about it, issues to bring up. First match was Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin.
For no reason.
No reason, but I enjoyed it. I think
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was a good match. And I like that. If you're going to have a match for no reason, have a reason that's there may not be any prior reason, but the reason for this match seemed ostensibly like we need Darby to get over somehow. He hasn't done anything in a while.
Yeah.
Keep this feud going. What I liked about this match partially is the match was fine, but Jericho and JR putting Darby over throughout this match on commentary was great. Talking about how he's an original guy and how he's this up and comer. I thought they put him over the moon, and it was awesome. And then at the end,
did you hear
what?
The rumors that they think that Sting is going to turn?
Oh God.
That's just rumors. That's just rumors. They said that because it was that you were going to say then House of Black comes out and challenges them, and there was rumors that Sting is going to turn against Darby because they need a new leader for House of Black.
I'm okay with that. I think they got to do something.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that too, because he could go heel and he could be do a change,
and release Darby from under the tutelage of Sting. He's graduated.
Yeah,
he probably graduated a year and a half ago.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie though. I'm still gonna miss it because at least Sting was gonna come out and he did some really good moments. They just seem like a good pair. Yeah, they seem like a good pair. So it will be kind of strange, but no, I'm okay. They have to do something different.
Yeah, and I'm the kind of guy who I'm very cynical about let's bring this old guy back and we could give somebody else to rub and or let's just get some ratings because we unearthed Goldberg or some clown like that. I shouldn't call him a clown. I don't want to talk shit about people, but I loved what Sting has done. Yeah. He's been great. His performances were great. He was just used in the perfect way. It's been awesome. They didn't they didn't bury anybody to him. They didn't make him too prominent. It was just perfect.
He was a perfect example of what they should do with the legends that they get.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't overused. He wasn't but he still had he's a hell of a lot better run than when he was in WWE.
That was a waste.
Yeah.
Anything, all of this Triple H hubbub, and I haven't watched WWE. I'm sure it's better. I did watch NXT when he was running it, and some of those years were great, great, great years of wrestling. But like, you know what? He's always going to be the guy who made Sting put him over at WrestleMania. Let's bring this dude back, this legend, one WrestleMania match, and he's got to put over the son-in-law of the owner of the. Come the fuck on.
I think it's and I think that's why I always said like I like Triple H for what he did behind the scenes, but I didn't like him as a wrestler. I didn't like, now that he's just behind the scenes, I'm okay with that.
No, I didn't like DX in general. I just, at the time, I don't know, not my thing. It was frat boy bullshit and I wasn't into it. I know it was supposed to be heelish, but like, Attitude Era, everybody was like 1 foot in the heel side of the Venn diagram and 1 foot in the babyface side. So they were still like over. They were heels that were kind of baby faces to the crowd. But I didn't like it. I just thought they were a bunch of douchebags. I mean, not in real life, but the shtick.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean Waltman seems like a super nice guy in particular. But anyway,
I'm trying to figure out what else happened.
And then the House of Pancakes runs in at the end, even though Malachi Pancakes is already out.
We're not going to talk shit about anyone.
I'm not talking shit about it.
But House of Pancakes comes on.
And I was just like, not this again. Not more the Pancake House.
It took about 5 minutes.
I'm just over that feud. I didn't want to see it anymore.
Dude, that took about 5 minutes.
No, I'm mostly talking about the booking. Like,
yeah, no, I know.
I think Malachi Black was an incredible wrestler, and that's a whole other subject, right? We can talk about that in a second, but like those guys came out and I was just like, this match, like after kind of a med Dynamite, I was like, okay, this match is cool. Putting Darby over, happy to see that. And then those guys came out and was like, oh my God, let this feud die. Yeah, and, Darby got his win back. So now one of them is going to have to take a loss. But if they're doing an angle with Sting, it could work. But like now that I know that Malachi Black is gone for good, I'm kind of glad they're keeping it going because I thought he was just such a good wrestler that I'm glad that there'll be something left of his there. As much as I did not like the gimmick.
I'm curious of what he's going to go though, because he's still under contract for 4.5 years.
No, I think he's gone now. He released a statement recently.
Oh, really?
Saying like, yeah.
Because I was told that he can't do anything for 4.5 years though.
Oh, maybe not still, but
because like it was almost, I got to look that up. But like from the last thing I heard was that he was gone, but that he was still like, it was, I forgot how they called it. It was something released where like, it's like, you still can't really work for anyone for 4.5 years.
It was like a conditional release.
Yeah. So that's a long ass time though.
Yeah.
4.5 years. So I don't know if
he released this long statement. I don't know the full details. If he's gone, it's something they worked out because he talked about having talked over it with AEW, but a lot of it was like he was dealing with a lot of stuff in his life personally, and then the injury and stuff. But mainly, like what the last nail in the coffin for him was, pun intended, right? He has like a coffin-y dark gimmick. Anyway, last nail in the coffin for him was like disappointment on his creative direction. And so that's just another chink in the armor for AEW, right? Like this guy who a lot of people think was like main event guy. I think so. I think he argued he could be considered in the top 5 of like in-ring performers. He never will get there because he never got the push or like the platform to really show that. But like for me, you can put him in the same category with Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Bryan Danielson. Like he's that good, I think.
Real quick side note: did you hear that Omega is actually he can't fight in the AAA match?
Was he supposed to be in a AAA match?
He was supposed to be, but because he's suspended, he can't now. Khan won't let him. So so. This is more and more obviously making it seem like it's not a work because why would they? Not. Yeah, but people are still trying to say it is. But like, how much still of it with Black though? It's like, because I feel AEW does let you have a lot of control of your character.
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of just. I think it was just getting a little too much for AEW, and that's kind of part of the reason why you said like, well, if Bray Wyatt maybe might not fit, and it depends, but like I feel like the whole. House of Black was getting to be too like gimmicky, like you said, like it was just a little too much. So I don't know how much that is that Black's fault of like, if that's where I personally think he wants to be with his wife. He wants to, now that Triple H is back, he was a Triple H guy. That's what I feel like. I feel like
I was thinking that too, because he got a huge push when he was in NXT. Like he was, and those matches were fantastic. He was great in NXT.
So I'm thinking that he tried to do that, but now, like, I don't know, like we have to find out about the whole 4.5 years thing. But yeah. So the House of Pancakes.
See, I would have liked it so much better if they just called it House of Pancakes.
They would have been much better,
and make everybody's last name Pancakes, Brody Pancakes.
Then, they would have got sued then by New Day.
That's true.
New Day would sue them.
They could have had like a Twitter war. It was great.
So what else? I'm trying to think now that you fucking. What else happened on Friday? It was
another disappointing match, which was Ethan Page versus Danhausen.
Oh, that was a squash. A lot of people getting mad that Danhausen is being booked this way. Like, I understand he's a comic gimmick, but to not have him do anything, like I don't know, it just seems weird. It definitely seems weird.
Dumb, just straight up dumb. Like, listen, nobody thinks Danhausen's going to win the heavyweight championship anytime soon. Nobody's expecting Danhausen to get a big push where he's seen as a main event guy. Yeah, he's comic relief, but you know how beloved he is to the crowd.
Yeah.
To make him look like a total chump. That was he shouldn't, like, I'm cool with that match. I think Danhausen's a good person to put Ethan Page over. I think in real life they're really close friends too. So it might have had something to do with the booking. But he's friends
with everyone. Sorry to cut you off, but he seems to be friends with everyone. Anyway, go ahead.
They have that nerd connection though.
Yeah.
And they both have vlogs and shit. But like give him something. Anything. Don't make him. Don't just squash him in like a 3-5 minute match where he gets one move in. Like, come on. You had to know.
Everyone's been saying,
no matter what his expectations are, as far as a push or like, his status on the card, he shouldn't be buried. The fans love him. Nobody's going to want to see him buried, and you're not going to get the kind of heel heat that you would get from beating a beloved guy by just totally squashing him. He's got to get something, and the crowd would have appreciated it, and they would have been okay with it. They would have got the right kind of heat, right? Beating a beloved babyface if he had an actual fucking match.
Yeah.
And then just go in there and like hit one move and then sell, and 3 minutes gets annihilated. Dumb. Just not no common sense in that. You have to have a fucking background in wrestling. You don't have to have a background in booking or entertainment or anything, just to have the common sense to say, maybe we shouldn't squash the guy who was the most fucking beloved guy to the crowd.
I'm hearing too a lot is a lot of the people are saying that like, oh, well, it's sad that like every time people are like, oh, who's this Danhausen? He's just a jobber. He's just, oh, you have to watch this video. You have to watch that video from all the indies. And it's not like, but why do we have to go back to the videos? Why can't they let him show what he can do? Like they haven't done that once yet. Like this actually legit hasn't been really one time that Danhausen's been in AEW that you're like, oh, he did, you know what I'm saying? Like they make him always look like the biggest, weakest link and can't really pull off shit. And I'm just not,
This is a constant problem with AEW though. Like they rely too much on the fans knowing, having like prior knowledge. When they bring a new person in, there's no buildup, there's no explanation. Or if they bring somebody in from Japan, like there's no hype package. Like give an intro to these people, or give them their own build within the company instead of just relying on what they've done before and assuming everybody knows about it. AEW constantly does that. And in some cases, it's fine. Bryan Danielson, yeah, everybody knows. CM Punk, yeah. But guys like Danhausen and a lot of the Japanese guys and some of the other indie guys, like, I don't know. It's relying. I mean, a lot of it's probably just like not knowing what to do with the formatting of the show, being afraid to take away from something else by having to like work this in. Maybe it's like a crutch or a shortcut. It's like, we don't have to build this guy. Everybody already knows who he is. Move on to the next thing.
Yeah. One thing too, not to get off of Danhausen, but I like with that kind of like comical gimmicks. I know Cassidy is going against Pac. We all know he's not going to win. I feel, I don't know if maybe they would give him a chance, but I think the crowd will go nuts if Cassidy won a belt.
Yeah.
I think that he's still, and to your point, when you're saying AEW does this a lot, they do a lot. They realize that, okay, well, these people are so over that no matter what, they're going to sell their merch. The people are still going to cheer. It doesn't matter how many times they lose. And you're like, but give them something. Like I do know, I will say they're going to really drop the ball if they don't give the belts to Acclaim. I do think that they're going to give the belts to Acclaim no matter what, because they realize that the backlash that they got from that. I'm trying to think of what else. It was so scattered to me that like I don't really recall a lot of. But one thing I think that with Rampage is so quick pace that sometimes it's easy to forget because things are fast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like they'll have like 4 promos and you're like, I don't even know, like what just happened. Or they'll have a picture in picture like 4 times in the hour and you're like, oh wait, what just happened? And like,
they should just call it AEW picture in picture.
Yes. The picture in picture is definitely was the night main event. But I think I don't even know where I was going with this. I was trying to like get into the point of we said last week with the Wednesday not being so well was that I think they're all working on Grand Slam and sorry, I totally forgot what Friday was called, but what was Friday called? Rampage?
Junior Bacon Cheeseburger.
Yes. So both.
I don't know.
We all know that they're worried about those 2 shows, and it shows because the cards look insane. So I do think that this is actually going to be almost like a pay-per-view worthy Wednesday. I don't know if you had anything more with Rampage. I just wanted to round off some things that's coming on Wednesday.
I'll say one other thing about Rampage. Willow was there.
Willow was there. Yes,
Willow is also from Long Island.
There's a lot of Long Islanders there.
And me, a lot of Long Islanders. We should do a whole episode on Long Islanders.
Yeah, that would be a long show because there's like so many of them.
I know. I don't know if Willow's officially signed yet or not, but sign her. She's great.
And the crowd loves her.
The crowd loves her.
The crowd definitely loves her.
She's super like charming and she's cool. That pounce move is brilliant. But I thought that match was decent. Penelope Ford looks better in the past few matches than she did the entire. She's an original day one person too. And I was always like meh on her. She's looked good the past few times.
Yeah.
I think she's looked pretty good, but
what was the main event? Too
much into the match. Oh, the main event was your absolute 100% favorite wrestler of all time.
Oh, that's right.
Bigger
Joe.
than Bray Wyatt. Bigger than Eddie Kingston. The number 1 of all time.
Joe. Now, okay. Fuck Grand Slam. I have to say something now because now that we brought up Joe. This guy, I don't even want to, I'm not going to say like sound like a hater, but in 25 years or whatever he's been around, it amazes me that his trunks are the same, his haircut's the same, his looks the same, his attitude's the same, his moves, like he has not changed one thing and the crowd still chants his name.
He changed one thing.
Oh, he doesn't have the choker.
He got rid of the choker.
That's right. But I just don't understand. Like, and again, like this is when I have to step back and say, well, the crowd must know something because they apparently love him because they chant his name. They freaking know it's go nuts. And I'm like, this guy has not changed one goddamn thing in 25 years. You know how many changes Jericho made? Like Jericho probably had like 30 different kinds of personalities in 25 years. And then, so for the fact that Joe had not one change is insane to me.
I didn't care at all about this match. It was fine. Josh Woods was fine. I just who cares? Whatever. There was a match. That's it. That's it for Rampage.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to talk into the Grand Slam because I feel like that's going to be a lot more positive. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I think it will be. I do think that they're trying because the ratings have been going up. They actually said each week, and I do believe a lot of people will watch this because the card is stacked on Wednesday. The card is stacked on Wednesday, and the card's stacked on Friday. And Friday, like I said, is 2 hour special. I'm looking at this card right now for Grand Slam. You have
you know what? No one can get a Grand Slam.
Oh,
Denny's.
Denny's.
It's not quite House of Pancakes, but it's close.
I always get sick eating at Denny's. But they have the
Denny's, please do not sue us.
We're not making any money on this, so you can't.
I know.
Go ahead, sue us.
No one even listens to us. What's it called? We have the Women's World Championship match with the 4 people, which I'm sure Tony Storm will still take it.
Wait, what? I don't know about this.
It's Tony Storm, Deeb, which Deeb is like one of the most fucking powerhouses because she fucking wrestles in every single match ever.
She's brilliant. I love Deeb.
Yeah, Athena and Britt Baker. So
I mean, all good
people.
Yeah.
Tony Storm will still probably win because she just got the belt, so I can't imagine. So, but still, I think it's still all good people. You have the Atlantic Championship match with Cassidy versus Pac.
The what? Oh, Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, the Atlantic
or cross Atlantic or double Atlantic, supersized Atlantic.
But what's funny though is if it's an all Atlantic Championship match, Cassidy should win because he's from nowhere. So
maybe he's from the Bermuda Triangle, which I think is in the Atlantic Ocean. We'll have to look that up. All researchers will look that up.
We don't fact check here. What's it called?
Shit.
So even though it's a stacked card, I have a feeling that we both know those 2 winners of those 2 matches. Then you have I feel like Tony will win and Cassie win. Then you have Claudio versus Chris Jericho.
Jericho.
Rumors, right? You heard rumors that they want to give the belt to Jericho. It's kind of interesting because Claudio just got it. So I'm iffy.
Yeah.
On that.
I think Jericho winning the belt is a good idea. I don't know if it's now. I would maybe, I don't know. I mean, I maybe they have something in mind for Ring of Honor, like a television show starting soon, and they want to start it with a champion that is a household name so they can draw some viewers, in which case it makes business sense.
Yeah,
but
it does make sense. Yeah.
I would give Claudio a little bit more of a run with it, but losing to Jericho is not putting anybody, it's not burying anybody. So it'll be a good match either way.
In the grand scheme of things, of all the shit that they're dealing with lately, Jericho, Mox, and Bryan, you can't go wrong with all those 3 names of having some kind of belt. Which, and again, John Moxley's going against Bryan. They're both in the Blackpool Combat Club. Said it correctly. I do believe that Bryan will win it. That's just my own opinion, just because of the simple fact that I think John wants his vacation. but I think that they're giving crowd favorites and they're going to the Wednesday and Friday just because of the simple fact that they need to be perfect almost.
Friday's not live, right? They're recording both on Wednesday.
I have to look that up. Because that's a long ass day if they're going to record, because it's supposed to be 2 hours on Friday. So that's going to be a long ass night if they're sitting there for 5 hours or 6 hours on Wednesday.
But I can't imagine that they're renting out Arthur Ashe twice in 1 week and trying to fill it.
Yeah, I have to look that up because I'm not too sure. And then obviously the Claims versus Swerve and Glory, your favorite name.
Worst name.
But
is there a worse name? I can't think. If you think of a worse name, tell me.
of Swerve in Our Glory.
It's stupid.
It is stupid. I don't know, but
You just can't like blank like verb in Our Glory.
But so yeah, I do think that they were trying to, like, I guess the pay-per-view event when we were like, it was kind of weak. And then all of a sudden, like the last week was like the last Wednesday was like, okay, it was just only these two matches. I think they really legit was trying to say, listen, we have to save everything for this Grand Slam. You know, the
Slam
ratings,
in Our Glory.
Slam in Our Glory. They what's it called? They made the ratings. It was over 1 million last week, and I guarantee you this is going to be more than next week, just because of the card. And I gotta show you. Let me find this Rampage card, because you probably don't even realize half the shit that is on Rampage, which is pretty funny. So just start talking.
I can't remember anything that's happening. I had my whiskey too. I was worried for a second that we were going to be starting this without me having whiskey, because usually I have to eat before I drink, but I can't. I'm compelled. I need it. Suntory, sponsor us.
So yeah, do you remember what it was called?
What was called?
The Rampage.
Yeah, it was Rampage 2 Electric Boogaloo.
This is all over the place. What the hell? I don't even know what Rampage card is. See if you can find it.
I'm doing research because we're professionals.
We are professionals here.
I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on my time card. This is extra money I have to be paid for this thing that we definitely get paid for. I don't know what it's called, man. I think it's just called Grand Slam, maybe Dynamite Grand Slam. This is now okay. Welcome to reading off of Wikipedia with Richie and Bruno.
I got it. Okay. So, here's the card. Okay, good. We're still learning and no one's listening anyway. So, what's it called? They are.
Are you listening? Pay attention.
You know what's funny, though? This will be the episode that everyone says, we should see.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
we'll double our listenership to 5.
Yeah. So, we have Action Bronson against and Hook against the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Okay, if you could have one rapper, as you're a professional wrestler, Richie the Rampager, and you could have one rapper as your tag team partner, who would you have?
I don't know. It would be Action Bronson, but I will say he is known to slam people and shit when he performs. Like when he's live. Oh, I swear to you, like if people come on the stage and he finds them, he just picks them up and fucking chucks them in the fucking audience. Like he'll slam them, then pick them and then throw them. So I'm sure you'll see some of that.
I don't know. You get like RZA, Jizza. Those guys have the chess strategy. Maybe they could,
RZA will fall apart. You kidding me? One hit, he'll probably fucking
done. Charlie Tuna sounds big. He's got that deep voice. Maybe Charlie Tuna. I don't know if he is big or not.
So they're going against 2.0, which we don't care about. Then you have the Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs, which I'm sure they'll give it to Ricky this time because they fucked up. So yeah, because that was a little ridiculous. Yeah. You have Sammy versus Eddie, which we know that Sammy will probably win, but I hope to God Eddie does, but I don't know. The crowd's gonna go nuts for Eddie though.
Oh yeah.
Ray Phoenix versus Jungle Boy. What the hell is that one?
I don't know. That's Jungle Boy. Was probably supposed to be against Christian. Christian got hurt. So we have to continue putting Jungle Boy over. And how do we put somebody over in AEW when we don't want to put him against a jobber? We put him against a tag team guy who will make them look good. Who presumably won't look any worse by taking a loss in a singles match because they're predominantly a tag team guy. It's what Dax Harwood does. And they do it with Ray Phoenix. They do it with the Bucks sometimes.
And he's the trios, right? He's part of the trio champs.
Yeah. So could you imagine if he loses and Pac loses?
You have the House of Pancakes versus Sting and Darby, which we already talked about. That the rumors. Who knows if it's going to happen? I don't know what the fuck this is. They said the Golden Ticket Battle Royale for a shot at the AEW World Championship.
Oh, I think that's the one where if you win, you get to meet Willy Wonka.
Okay, because that's what I thought it was. Because when I saw that, I said, "Well, isn't that the ticket of that fucking MGF just had? He got that stupid chip. So now they're doing another one."
I don't understand what the point of this is.
Yeah, I don't.
MJF already did it. So maybe they have an angle there between like MJF versus the golden ticket guy and Veruca Salt versus
the purple.
I don't remember that. Violet something.
Violet, yeah. What?
Augustus Gloob.
Augustus Gloob. I would love if they have a match and the Oompa Loompas actually do come out to this. That would be amazing. The golden ticket. Danhausen comes out with all the Oompa Loompas.
Oh my god! So, and they had the Oompa Loompa theme song.
Yeah. Can you totally see Danhausen come out to that?
And then the person who wins can say like, "You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir."
That would be amazing.
That's wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, hire us. Book your wrestling company.
We got this. DeMonte is going against Cargo for the champion.
Oh, good.
She won't win, but I'm sure she's going to bring out that one person I told you about that I totally forgot the name now.
Oh, the girl who was with Joey Janela, the other bodybuilder girl.
Yeah. They said that she's probably going to come out.
It was basically a mirror image of like Jade Cargill, like somebody with a great physique who is talented, but green and not there yet, you know?
We have the main event.
Oh my God.
Do you remember what that main event is on Rampage?
Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat.
No, even better. It is Tony Nese and Josh Woods versus Samoa Joe and Wardrobe. Because
the
why?
Main event?
That is what I'm reading, is that the main event is Samoa Joe and Wardrobe together because we need that. So let's put two.
Did I miss this? Maybe I put it out of my mind because
it happened when we watched Rampage and my favorite guy was out there and he won. He started getting attacked. Wardrobe came out to save him. And then all of a sudden they say, "Hey, we're going to put them together." And now they're going to have a tag team.
I'm going to say this. I'm always a fan of putting a bunch of people I don't care about together so I can just not care about the whole thing.
That is true.
Better than putting Joe with Eddie. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm going to have to watch this because I love Eddie, but like, I'm not that interested in seeing Joe anymore. Like when I was watching WWE, it's just like, oh, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, cool. I don't have to watch either of those guys I don't like. So I can watch Kevin Owens and Cesaro and all the guys I like, and then I can just read a book while Braun Strowman is on screen having a bad match.
So as you hear, like, what is like the most? What's the most match you kind of actually want to see between them both? Like in a serious, what are you looking forward to the most?
Are you going to make me have to be serious?
Yes.
I can't pick like Jerry Lawler versus Andy Kaufman.
I don't think they're on the card.
They're not.
They I'm actually curious because I don't even know.
That would be the
golden ticket.
I don't know. What am I looking? I mean, Eddie never disappoints. I mean, are you talking about Rampage, just the Rampage, or the whole
anything?
Oh man. I mean, I think that acclaimed match could be amazing.
I think that's going to be the actual number one match.
That's
going to be my
feel good match.
Yeah. I'm going to pick that, and I'm going to pick Bryan versus Mox. I think is going to be huge. So
Bryan versus Mox is going to be great. I mean, because we kind of expecting the acclaim to it. Bryan versus Mox, it's like, it could go either way.
Yeah. Both
outcomes have good reasons for them. It's compelling because they're on the same team. The Burrito Condiment Club.
I think they're going to be good. I think I'm curious if they're going to have blood because they're trying to dumb down the blood.
Blood Quarterization Club.
Yeah, they're trying to dumb that down. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Eddie. I would hope he get the win. Eddie needs a win. I think he needs a win more than Sammy.
In New York.
Oh, he has to. Come on. How do you not have Eddie win in where is it actually in New York? Is it upstate or is it
No, it's in Queens.
Oh, he's got Queens, man. He's got to fucking win that.
He's from Queens, partner.
He's going to they're going to blow it if they make him lose in his own goddamn town.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's gonna be that'll be a WWE move.
Acclaimed hometown dudes from Long Island, other dudes from Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that means Tony Nese is going to win. He's from Long Island.
Oh, I don't know. They always make Joe win. Joe
I know,
and Joe
I'm
and
not giving Tony Nese a win over Joe and Wardlow. Come on. God, I wish Statlander was around for this. She needs to win a belt in New York. She's brilliant. The crowd loves her.
They should be a turn though, so that's why, like, with the rumors with Sting, it maybe makes sense, because normally when you have something this big, something is always a twist, you know. So that might be the rumor. Yes.
Have you ever bagel twists? They're delicious.
Yeah, with Lox. I remember. Oh my God,
they're in New York. Oh
they
my God,
New York.
Bagels with a little bit of Lox.
I remember when. Side note of not even wrestling. We have 4 minutes left. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Is that I went to, when I first moved back with my dad to help him out. He was like, "Oh, give me a bagel with Lox." I was like, "All right." So I go. I give him a bagel with Lox, and it was like $17 because I got him the real fucking Lox. And I didn't know he just meant this. I thought he meant that, not just the spread. He goes,
the Lox spread is good too, though.
Yeah, he was so excited though. He goes, wow, this must. I'm like, yes, it cost me a fucking arm and a leg to get a goddamn bagel. But anyway,
when you
that was
get
a side
that
note.
nice bagel with Lox with the whole thing and like the actual like smoked salmon, the Lox, like not the spread, the actual Lox, and like some capers and onions and the whole thing. It's pricey because the Lox is kind of expensive, but it's worth it, man.
I want a fucking bagel now.
Yeah, Florida, bro. Good
yeah,
luck.
I know. Well, there's a good New York bagel place that I found that is pretty decent. But anyway,
welcome to Bagel Talk with Richie and Bruno. Oh my God, did you try that bagel? It was so good. It was to die for.
So I have no idea what happened. So that's all I actually had to say, because I didn't even know what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
But I just figured let's wing it and see. I did want to talk about the cards, because now once we have all the cards, maybe we could just do what we wanted to do. Do the episode of, we wanted to talk about Jade. Maybe that should be the next one.
I think we've done 3 since we said we were going to do Jade.
Jade. So maybe we should do Jade, because I know we have a lot of things to talk about that. And we could probably go on the weekend to, just talk about the whole entire Wednesday and Friday together, and we don't have to do that. So let's try to get together soon to do Jade, and then maybe, something else.
My girlfriend's going to be in New York this weekend, so I will have plenty of time.
So I think what we should do is we should probably record like 4 or 5 of them.
Why not?
So, yeah.
We do shorter ones, a bunch of short ones.
Yeah, but
no, what's important is that we talk about it as we're recording, what we're going to do.
Yes, because this episode is just totally. So
Saturday, I'll call you and.
So I don't even know where. I don't even know where to end this. Like when we do the episode, do we
this
just
episode?
Yeah,
I don't know if we do end it. It's the never-ending episode.
It is
the episode that never ends.
We're saying we're gonna make sure.
My friend.
I was gonna say right after you do the Lox thing, I was just gonna cut it out. Well, once you said the Lox, I'm like, listen, we're talking about bagels.
You're gonna cut out my song now?
Yes.
My sonorous voice.
But because this last 10 minutes has been ridiculous. But so I think I'll find a way. But I'll tell you what though, I actually had fun on this episode though.
Yeah, me too.